All right, Steffi, welcome to. You're out
Hi.
driving the
Yes.
truck.
Yes.
Nice. And Sophie, good to see you. You are not driving a truck. You're in your office. I see Michael. Welcome to Michael. How are you guys doing? Getting ready for Christmas? Mm, mm, mm. Yes. Whatever that means. How are you guys doing? Let me hear a word, a mood, a vibe.
I'm doing good. Almost ready for Christmas. We are going to Sweden to celebrate Christmas in 2 days, and the last week has just been a emotional roller coaster, but I'm back on top today. So yeah.
Okay. What's been going on? Just to highlight.
Well, I had my webinar last week and I had the worst sales campaign in 6 years. I just only got my expenses covered, so that was not what I expected. Yeah.
Worst in 6 years, you said?
Yeah.
Holy shit. What did you do differently?
Well, the biggest thing I changed was I changed the payment plan. Do you remember we talked about it, that I was offering almost the exact same price with the payment plan? I changed that. And yeah, just a few other small details. So, but the weird thing was that all the people normally paying and choosing the payment plan, they didn't buy. So I only had 6 sales. And usually I would have between 20 and 50 sales. So, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think the vibe here in Denmark now is that people are experiencing a bit hard December sale. So I don't know. I had fewer leads than usual too. So I have no idea what happened. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you done campaigns late in December before?
Yeah, I always do my campaign the exact same week. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't
So it's
know
not that.
No.
No. Huh. Okay. How do you feel about that?
I feel like a sense of that time is changing and I need to do new stuff, which I'm already on. So yeah, but I think it's weird because in October I had a very good sale. So I don't know.
And with the previous payment plan set up, so what you did was what was the change exactly? You changed from
yeah, well, the price for the whole course is like 7,000 Danish kroners. And then I added like 100 kroners for each. If they choose like 4 months, then it would be like 100 kroner more expensive per month, and for 6 and 12 months. Yeah. So, but I don't know if you should, like, if you pay 600 or 700, that shouldn't be the issue. So
yeah. Hard to know. Have you talked to anyone?
No. So we hadn't had any feedback, anything at all. Almost no emails in the inbox or anything. So I don't know. It's just weird. So
yeah, weird.
I decided I need to do something else because I need to catch up with those sales. So I decided on Monday that we are gonna do a big tour around Denmark in January. Okay. So I've just got the team working on it, and I just sent the first email out an hour ago to my list, and we already have 20 signups. So that is going to be great. So I'm gonna do physical workshops in January, 5 cities in Denmark. So that is good. And
Okay.
the usual conversion on those events are 50%. So I know that would be fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's great. I love the attitude of taking action, doing something different. I would be super curious to if it were me, I would see if I could talk to just a few of the people who were there and who were interested and who didn't buy, and just hear what was it, or even an email that said, "Hey, I noticed you didn't join. Like, what gives?"
Yeah, but I've
Eventually.
decided not to like spend time and energy in that, because usually when I do it, I get no replies. I
Mm,
sent an email out to all the people who showed up for the open office days, asking
yeah.
what was your experience and can I do better and how was it, and I got no replies.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Hey, Erin May. Sorry. Welcome to. How are you feeling? What's the mood, Berto? I'm just checking in with everybody right now to see how you guys doing.
We decided very spontaneously to move this fall, and it has all been kind of all consuming. So I'm in like, my brain is going, where are all of the things that we've packed, and like worrying about all the moving stuff, and then realizing that my business stuff is just like sitting on the back burner waiting for me to catch up to it. So
Got it. Okay. Yes, moving can be a bitch, but also exciting. Are you happy with your new place?
yes, and it's gone so incredibly smoothly. Like part of why it's feeling, I think, really overwhelming is that everything has moved very quickly and very smoothly. So that's wonderful
Mm-hmm.
and overwhelming.
Got it. Where do you move from to and to?
In the same city, but we moved from a standalone house, big house with a big yard that was overwhelming to us to maintain, to a
Mm-hmm.
6 floor condo unit in a co-op building. So we're
Okay,
sharing more now, part of a kind of co-op living situation.
I see. And where is it you live?
In Kansas.
Kansas. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Thank you. Welcome. Michael, what's the vibe?
I just got to Encinitas last night to visit family for the holidays. So I'm in a coffee shop this morning. It's early here, but yeah, holidays are a very light lift for me, and I have a lot of time while I'm here to work on business. I have my last session today with the company that I left. So I'm just in a building mode. I'm Yeah, I'm feeling good about generating and having like needing to generate any income because I have nothing currently on the calendar, or very little anyway. All with my own clients. So it's a fun, good place.
Nice. Love it. Okay. That's awesome. I love Encinitas. It's beautiful. Spend
Yeah,
quite a bit of time there.
me too. It's fun place.
Yeah. Cool. Steffi, what are you what's your vibe like? Your mood?
I'm happy. I think I feel like I have been really, really busy this week. Has been so much stuff going on, and yeah, but I'm also excited because things looks like they're going to work out, and I'm going to I'm I'm going to end the loose ends on how to say I'm going to finish what I had planned. So that's really nice. I'm on my way home from the accountant. It's always it's always exciting. So so yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy because I have one day more tomorrow, and then I have the 14 days where where I can work on off because I have no plan. It's just my younger brother who's coming up to Christmas to visit us. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm relaxed and excited and happy that it's like this. So
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
That is awesome. Yeah, I can. Yes. Cool. Thank you so much, Steffi. All right, everybody. So we're gonna pick up where we left off last week on your top goals for the next year. Aaron, you weren't here. Have you looked at that? Have you figured out what your top 4 goals are for next year? Do you know? Nope. All
That's
right.
a thing I really need to hunker down on though. So I will listen in.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. And go back and revisit last week and go through the process there. And then once you've done, you might want to go through this process again from the replay as well. Sweet. So everybody else, you've got your 4 goals. Yeah. I just got back, by the way, yet last night from 3 weeks or something on the road. So now home in my own environment. It feels good to be back home. Yeah. So your 4 goals for 2025. Do you have yours? Who has those? Anne-Sophie, Michael, Steffi, you guys have yours from last week? Yeah. Cool. So just go over them, look over them again, or go over them in your mind. I know you're driving, Steffi, so you'll just have to do as well as you can with that. So now what I want you to get clear on is with those, like, well, how would it make you feel if you had all of those 4 things come together in 2025? What would that make you feel? And write down just as many feelings as come to mind for you. Just write it down, journal it out. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to just think about that. Let's do like 3 minutes. I'm going to find some nice music for you guys. My Spotify isn't loading, so music is forthcoming at some point. There you go. And really get into the state in your body, the feeling of what that would feel like. Really get like, I have that. That really made me feel. I should unmute myself. Do you guys feel complete? Do you need more time? Where are you at? Complete. All right, cool. All right, let's hear some. What's coming up for you guys? How would achieving all your goals make you feel? Michael, what do you say?
The first word when you asked the question that came to me made me laugh because it was relieved. Like I feel a sense of relief. And then I went into accomplished, happy in a simple way. But then connected to community, engaged and purposeful, energized. And then yeah, I was surprised by like younger, which I know isn't really a feeling, but it was what came through in a way that it's just like, oh, that's what, just the purposefulness. And then something I've been using as a metric for all the work that I'm doing is like what makes me feel alive. I think of aliveness as the thing that I'm after more than finance or anything else. So I did get to like, yeah, more alive, more myself would be part of those, what I know they're not feelings, but I guess like what those feelings would conjure or enable in some way. So that was how I landed on that.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. And relieved. I mean, it kind of makes sense because you feel like you're under a lot of pressure there, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's like a necessary, it's a pressure that I was kind of eager to take on, but it is there is so much uncertainty in the moment, which yeah, I'm just like willing to dance with, but more than willing. It's just like, no, this has to, there's no other choice, and I'm grateful for that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. The challenges can really help us grow. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's the only thing that does. Yeah. All right. And Sophie, what about you? What comes up for you?
The first feeling was like freedom and just being free. And the second thing was like to be lighter, not like I'm gonna lose weight, but just like I feel like a big burden would get removed from my shoulders. So yeah.
Yeah. What else?
More energized and more independent. And also I would feel like I was on track to my like maybe 5-year goals, and like like doing the first step and then be ready to get to be working on the next goals.
And how would that make you feel to know that you're on track?
That would make me feel really good. And
what's the word? Is it
like I've accomplished something really big? I think that's the feeling.
Yeah. Is there confidence in that too, or is that not the vibe?
Well, no, not really. No.
No. All right. No worries. Cool. Aaron, Steffi, what you got? I know, Steffi, you're driving. Aaron, you weren't here last week, but what came up for you?
But I can feel, so that's okay. I can feel and drive. So
that's cool.
I find deep, deep happiness and satisfaction. Yes, satisfaction. And then I felt excitement because I know when I accomplish this next year, then there will be.
Wait, your audio cut out. You know that when you accomplish this next year, then what?
Then there will be so much new doors that opens and so much new kinds of working on this project together with other people. So it's even more energized and yeah. But I guess a deep happiness about when the things start working. So That's good.
That's
Really nice feeling. A deep, maybe a quietness as well. It's no trouble, no drama. It's just nice feeling. I don't know how to
awesome.
describe it.
You said quietness, is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. All right.
there's always so much on the whole time. So when this is rolling, when this is working, then I can allow that it's there was quiet period. And that's nice because it's yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. What about you, Aaron? Do you have your goals roughly?
Yeah, that's I was just kind of writing them out, and it's interesting because I feel like my goals for this year are really similar to my goals for last year, but last year I feel like I was stuck in the rut the whole year. Like I feel
By
like
last year, do you mean 2024?
2024. Like I
Okay.
spent all of 2024 sort of maintaining all of the existing things and not able to grow or explore or do anything really new that I wanted to get to. And so it was like I spent all of my energy just to maintain what I already had.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I had
And you know what? Let me just so
like
this is
financial growth, and my numbers are like exactly the same as the previous. Like
yeah,
23 and 24, almost exactly the same numbers. And I'm like, what? Okay, so what I have is working. I have something that works, but also I'm just like stuck in it. So when I think about what it would feel like to meet my goals, there's a feeling of being energized from that as opposed to feeling stuck, which is what I have felt a lot of.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, let me just say on that, like sometimes that happens. We set.
I think you are accidentally sharing your whole screen.
Oh, am I?
And yeah.
I thought. Oh shoot. I was trying to share audio. Appreciate that.
Trying to share the music, and it shared your whole screen. So.
Oh, thank you for letting me know about that. Yeah. So the what was I going to say? Yeah, sometimes that happens. We set ambitious goals, and then when we get into it, we realize, oh, there's some inner rebuilding that has to happen, right? And so like while the top line may not move, a lot of stuff on the inside may have actually shifted to seed the ground for where we want to go. Yeah. Cool. So energized, I heard you say. What else?
That's the main one that keeps coming up as I am like thinking through where I'm at. It's just like I feel energized now, and I feel like meeting my goals would make me feel that way too.
Yeah. What else? There's got to be some more feelings there.
So the next layer of things is the rehearsed layer.
Okay.
Which is what I'm like, oh yeah, there would be a sense of connection and a sense of stability and a sense of, but that also feels like what I've been telling myself for 2 years, that if I could break out of my rut, I would get to. And I don't know if that's the truest answer.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. So, all right. So let's do this. So we'll have like a couple different ways at getting at the emotional piece here. So maybe something else will come up. So next, as you all know now, because you have my notes, we're gonna do a moment of the Joe Dispenza style. I've talked about this in the past, but for those of you who haven't been there for that, one of the big things that I got from Joe Dispenza when I was at his event this summer was what he says is, like, a lot of people talk about visualizing your outcome, like visualize what you want, and then as a way to manifest it or attract it to you, or however that works, right? Whether it's pure reticular activating system that because you've seen it, now you're looking out for those things. Just like when you're in a big room and you hear your name, like that gets kind of poked up from your subconscious or unconscious mind to your conscious mind. That's the reticular activating system. Similarly, when you're visualizing on an outcome that you want, well, your mind is going to be more, it's going to notice and alert you more to things that are in alignment with that. So that's one level. But there's also, the quantum level, the metaphysical level, where we're actually, our thoughts are sending out intentions into the universe that then start to attract those experiences to us. But what Joe Dispenza was adding to this is, as long as you're visualizing something, you're seeing something for your mind's eye, very specifically, what you're visualizing is what's known. Like, it might not be something that's a reality in your life right now. Typically, it's not, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't visualize on it. But it's still something that you can imagine. Whereas when you go to meditate on the feeling that you want to feel in this area, then the how it's going to show up is unknown. And so now you're opening yourself up to the unknown, which might be way better than what you had in mind. And the experience that I had for myself there was I was meditating on the feeling that I wanted to have in my relationship. And then an hour later, I get a voice message from my wife saying, like, basically, like, I'm so sorry for these things that I've been doing, and like, I've not been fair. And, I'm really grateful and for all the things that you're doing, and I honor you. And like, it's just like a different tone from her. And that's been, it was a permanent change. It's been like, it was like a moment in time where something in our relationship shifted. And so I experienced this firsthand, the power of this. And it might not happen that dramatically every time, but I've done this quite a bit since, and I'm still experiencing moments of that. So what I'd like you to do is, like, really, before we get into the meditation, think about, like, how do you want to feel when it comes to I'm not sure what your goals are, if they're specifically business or they're really all of life, but whatever they are, like, think about, how do you want to feel in business? How do you want to feel around? We can focus purely on business. I'm going to pick one area, so we don't let this go super long. Like, when you're meditating with Joe Dispenza, it's like 45 minutes. We're not going to do that here. But pick an area, whether it's business or relationship or health, whatever would be most impactful for you. And then be clear on, how do you want to feel in this area? So what we did before is, like, if you had these goals, we started with the goals and say, if we had those goals, what would that make you feel? Now I'm asking a slightly different question, which is, how do you really want to feel in this area of your life? Yeah. And so just take a moment and get clear on that for yourself. And then we're going to get into a brief meditation here. How do you really want to feel here? If you could have it all your way, there's no limitation. Life wants you to have it all. Life wants you to have the best that life has to offer. I mean, fuck, it created you. Life created you. Life gave you life. You're not separate from life. You're one with life. You get to pick from any shelf in the tombola of life. There's no limitation to how great you can feel. What would that be like for you? All right, you guys feel ready? Yeah? Yeah. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna put on a little music here. And then you guys can close your eyes. If you're hearing the music. No music? Yes, music. All right, cool. Close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths deep into your belly. Hold it. And let go with a big sigh. Feel the seat, your chair, and your back. Take another deep breath in deep into your belly and hold it for a minute, or not for a minute, for a few seconds. And let go with a deep sigh with the sound. And then one more time, deep into your belly. Hold it for a few seconds. And let go. And now connect with this area of your life, whether it's business, health, relationships, spirituality, whatever it is. And to begin with, don't even think about the feeling that you want to feel, but just connect with something bigger, with the big unknown, the blackness all around you. Connect with the limitless. Feel how you're held, you're supported, you're carried. You're one with all that is, with life itself. And now feel that feeling that you want to feel in this area of your life: business, health, relationships, spirituality. Really allow yourself to feel the feeling right now. Might be a little hard to get into, but just do your best. Allow the feeling to rise within you. Relax your shoulders, relax your forehead, relax everything. Don't try to force it, just allow that feeling to be in that state of feeling, then expand it. Let yourself feel it more, stronger. And it's normal to have resistance. Feeling this feeling, if there's any resistance, that's fine. Just welcome that. It's okay. And now, as you're holding that feeling and allowing it to expand, with your mind, set the intention, send out the intention to life, to the universe, to the quantum field, that this is how you want to feel. And that life organizes itself so that you may get to feel this way every day. Intend it to be. Life really takes its cues from you. So when you tell life, this is how I want to feel, and I want you to provide the circumstances for me, life is going to respond. And then as the final piece, open your heart in gratitude. Gratitude for this already being the case, already existing. This world in which you have this area of your life organized in a way so you can feel this feeling every day is already done. It already exists. It's done. It's taken care of. Time is an illusion of the mind. There's a place in the 5-dimensional field where this is already the case. And by setting your intention and opening your heart and receiving this in gratitude with complete confidence and certainty that this already exists, what you're doing is that you're sliding your present reality to that point in the 5-dimensional space where this is your reality. So receive with gratitude, complete certainty that this reality is your reality. And then take another deep breath. And come back to this reality, this moment. Get settled in your body again. And let me know, how was that for you guys? The emotion, the intention, the gratitude. That's the process. How was that? What came up for you guys doing this?
I just kept thinking, I just want to make things. I just want to create. I just want to make things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to worry about the outcome of the things
Mm-hmm.
I'm making. I just want to make them. And so
Mm-hmm.
through each phase, that was like the inner child in me was like, just make things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you make of that?
That I overcomplicate my creativity
Mm-hmm.
and that stifles it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
get hung up on what other people will think of it or how can I market it or what's the process for not just creating the thing but also distributing the thing and then And then I never make the thing to begin with because
Ah, yeah,
it's complicated to figure out the end part of it.
yeah, yeah. I can relate. There's this beautiful letter that there's like a dancer, Martha Graham, wrote to, I think, another dancer, Agnes de Mille. Are you familiar with that? You heard of that? Have you heard of it before?
I think so.
So I just pulled it up here. It goes like this. There is a vitality, a life force, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And there's only one of you in all of time. Expression is unique, and if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and be lost. The world will not have it. And this is the important part. It's all the important part, but this is the part that I think that will resonate. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how it compares with other expression. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. You do not even have to believe in yourself or your work. You have to keep open and aware directly to the urges that motivate you. Keep the channel open. No artist is pleased. There's no satisfaction, whatever, at any time. There's only a queer divine dissatisfaction, a blessed unrest that keeps us marching and makes us more alive than the others. Yeah. It's a very common thing that I'm with you. I'm a creator. I like to make shit. And it's very easy to fall into the judgment part of it, which totally blocks the creative impulse. And at the same time, the adult in us, like the creativity is linked to the child. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how that works. Kids love to play and make stuff and build it up and tear it out and whatnot. And the adult in us, it has a task, which is to create the structure, the system around us that allows us to create. I have a team, so I can have a very open calendar. I've got a team that handles all of the things day to day. I can take 3 weeks out of my schedule and have basically no meetings, and everything's going to keep running. And that has taken work from the masculine energy to build that structure that allows me to do that. But that structure then allows the more creative, the feminine energy in me to flourish and do its work. So that's the dance.
And I can see myself having spent a lot of energy in the last 5 years to build the structure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the feeling of this year of being so just stuck in a rut is that the structure is there and it is working, but I was only in the structure side and not the creative side.
Exactly.
So I'm feeling this pull of like, okay, you've done the work. Now
Yeah.
get back to the play part too.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is beautiful. And this happens so often, is that we get hung up on one of the energies, the masculine or the feminine, and we overdevelop that, we over lean on that, and forget the other one, the other energy. And we really need the balance of both energies. And we need to know when to use which one. I was so stuck in the feminine for so many years. And then when I started to really develop and lean into the masculine, one of the fears was like, well, is the feminine's energy, which I value and cherish, is that going to suffer? No, it doesn't. It only gets stronger because now it has that structure and support around it, So it's a beautiful thing. And there's also, we can talk about that some other day, but there's if you have heard of the 4 archetypes of the warrior, the magician, the lover, and the king, or the sovereign. And the same thing happens where we get so good at like warrior energy. We're so good at like one of them, and we forget that there's 3 other energies that we can draw on. And really, we want to be in a position where we can balance it and we can use the right energy for the right thing at the right time, and they can support each other. So that's the game. That's the dance. Beautiful. Thank you, Aaron. What else? Steffi, were you able to do it? You're in transition.
Yeah, I was a little bit, but it was still possible to get into the feeling. Besides,
Yeah.
I'm not sat down, but there was a really, really deep connection to the one. As it was so peaceful. It was so quiet and excited. But at the same time, it was really, really nice. It felt like I'm being whole and
Yeah.
happy. It felt
Yeah.
really nice. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. It's like we forget that sense of completeness, of wholeness, of being supported by life, it's available to us at all times. And we kind of get like I used definitely do and especially used to get really stuck in my head, in my left brain. Like that's always been like very strong there, but there's all this other part to life that's available to us anytime. Like as Byron Katie says, aside from what you're thinking and believing, how is life,
What are you feeling? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great. It's a great exercise. I guess I'm going to use it next over the holidays. So it's a really good, nice exercise.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. What about you guys, Michael and Sophie? What do you experience?
Yeah, you kind of said what I had already taken from it in terms of the balance of masculine, feminine. I like as we went through that exercise, I feel like, oh, this is a place that I'm familiar with, and I'm very like I mean, just generalizing it quite a bit to just say it was a feminine space, but it's work that I've done a lot of in a lot of different capacities, and I feel like this year for me has been, more than even just like finally focusing on more of the masculine energy. It's felt like an initiation in a way, and it was. I realized as I'm like it's been a necessary thing, and it's ongoing. To get to the place where I'm able to say, okay, I believe in what I'm doing enough that I have to let go of some other things that are a different energy and holding me back from where I'm wanting to go now. So this, I'm doing this now was a reminder. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I have these other tools that I don't have to negate. And it's like, I want to use all of me in this place, and I want to integrate those things. So the way that you spoke to it about having it get like, I mean, and I'm very aware of like you've talked about that before, and that's something that's been very clear to me, is that I like feminine energy in me has been integrated for a long time. And I've been working on bringing the masculine into that. So as that's opening up, like you're kind of similar journey starting that way and going toward the other one, the way that I've heard you describe it is the way that you said that for me really anchored it, where it's hey, I have the discernment to know what I need when I need it, and how great that they can strengthen each other. How great. So yeah, that was really valuable.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, masculine, feminine, like that whole dance, inside of ourselves and in relationship is just the most beautiful thing.
Well, it's true in creativity as well. Like even when I'm like working with actors, it's like we have this this instinct and this time, and then we apply the masculinity of craft, and then the performance is a child. It's literally like the offspring. Yes. It's the offspring of those principles, and we call it performance, but it has to have both of those things in there. And that's what makes it I mean a good performance so enlivening and watchable, is that it's alive.
Yeah. I love that metaphor. Yeah. that is so cool. And I love that you said is about believing in what you're doing enough to let go of the crutch that you were holding on to of these other jobs. And I see that as like the feminine holds space for what is, and the masculine holds a vision of what could be, right? That's one distinction. And so and the masculine is like that energy that's like, I believe in you, Michael. I see more in you. Like, let's build that. But it's from a place of really seeing that's in you and believing in you. And sometimes when we have troubled relationships with our dads, maybe like that's definitely been the case for me. That sense of like having, a father that sees the bigger version of us and believes in us, that can be lacking. And now we repeat that with ourselves, where we're not really seeing that in ourselves. We're not building each other up. We're tearing ourselves, or we're not building ourselves up. We're tearing ourselves down instead. And it's not a little shift to make. It's a really, really big shift to make. When we've been conditioned to tear ourselves down, to change that to build ourselves up. It's big.
It feels it's been, I mean, like, it's a lot energetically to hold, but it's so exciting, and it's so just like, thank goodness, just, oh my, like, because it's the only game. It's the only thing that's interesting for me at this point, having been through the other and seeing just how the amount of justifications or ways that I would talk through it, and then staying with that feeling, and that there's an entire different set of feelings available that are more natural, that are way more like what's wanting to emerge, and that benefit the people around me very differently as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exciting.
Amazing. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
What about you, Anne-Sophie?
Well, I think that it was pretty clear to me that if I am going to achieve any of those goals, I have to take myself more seriously right now. If you had gone, I think, like 2 minutes longer, I would have fallen asleep, and that is actually just what I need. I need to rest more. I'm like always on overload. You can give me any job and I'll just do it. No matter what it takes, I'll just do it. And I gotta have to stop that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like you've been over reliant on your masculine energy or your warrior energy?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. 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 I would think so too. Yeah.
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 But that's like, it's like been like that for 30 years. Like, I'm like the bigger sister and everyone relies on me and I'm gonna do everything and help everyone out. And yeah, so, but that's have to stop now. And I often say to my husband, I'm so tired, I need more sleep, I need to rest. There's never silent in my head, but that's just, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's not enough just to think about it or say it out loud. You have to do something else.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you going to do differently?
I don't know. I guess I have to think about it, but definitely gonna do something.
What's one thing that you could do?
Well, I think I've already done a lot because I've said no to a lot of things from my family recently. And it's like a big relief. I don't have to do all their stuff all the time. But I think I have to like when I say my family, I mean my mother and my sisters, but I think I have to like actually talk to my kids about it because they are pretty grown up now and they could definitely help me more instead of just me just working.
Yeah. That's awesome. What's one more thing you could do?
I should definitely put some breaks into my calendar and say, like, from this time to this time, I'm gonna go walk by the ocean. Or I actually, after the summer, I started like taking the Fridays off and just relaxing and doing stuff I liked while everyone else was at school and work. But I haven't done that for 2 months. I don't know. That's just been like too busy. But of course I could do that. Just prioritizing and yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you're ready to commit to doing that?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Awesome. I love it. Yeah. Do you have a transition ritual? Feels like we come home from work between work and family?
No, because I always work from home, so that's just like the
Yeah.
kids come home and then it's just like working and taking care of the kids at the same time, but that's actually a very bad way of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, particularly since you work from home, it might be really helpful for you to have a transition ritual, something that you do, whether it's 5, 10, 20 minutes or something that just puts you in a different state.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely easier before when I worked more from the office, because then like you had to go to the car and get home, and then when you got home you were like off work. But now it's more like I'm always at work. Even if I wake up at night, my mind goes right away thinking about work, family, kids, lunch boxes, and just so
Yeah. And one of the things I'm learning from Alison Armstrong and from my wife is that women's brains are wired differently. Like things, physical things in the environment talk to you guys. It's like it's like noisy. Like if there's like dirt somewhere. So I imagine that having your office at home, now that office is sitting in there and talking to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm usually I work in the kitchen, but I cannot do it if I haven't done the dishes first. So because then I won't get any work done. So
Yeah,
so
exactly.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll leave like my dirty plates and whatnot like on the counter by the dishwasher. And then like, because it's just faster than like I'll put it down there in batches, but like not all the time whenever there's a thing. But like for my wife, like it's just sitting there talking to her. She's like, no, like put it away. It's talking to me. Like, all right, I respect that, you know? Yeah. So it's important to know these things about ourselves and honor it. You know, so really honor the feminine in you, honor what you actually need. You need more rest, you need more walks by the ocean, you need more time off, and you're going to be like you're going to do a lot better. Like there might be things that don't get done, but most of the things that we do don't really matter. There's never going to be enough time to do all the things you don't really need to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to actually have like 30 minutes in the morning where I cleaned the whole house up, and then I went to work, and then when I got back, I did the dinner and stuff like that. But I don't do that anymore. It's just like one big mess. I do a little work, a little cleaning, a little more work, and so I think I have to go back to like be at work when I'm at work and be not at work the rest of the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. I'm glad that you're noticing this. That is great. Okay, you guys. I have a couple of more things that I want to do, and we got like half an hour left. I want to make sure that we have time for anything that you need help with outside of this process. So, does anyone have anything where you're stuck? You need my input on something that has nothing to do with what we've just done. Let me know. Now's the time to bring that up. If not, I'm going to go through the next exercise in the process that I've outlined. Nothing? You guys good? Michael, I see.
Yeah, I can't hide. I'm because I'm really thinking about it. I because I feel like there should be. I'm like, there's got to be something, but I don't have it pinpointed. I feel like I'm I have a concierge call tomorrow. I feel like there's some things in place that I'm doing, but I'm also the way you said it, I really wanted to have something in this moment that I don't quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for recognizing my contortions.
Yeah, totally. Okay. So the next thing I want to do then is talk about feelings in relation to your goal, but in a third way. So this angle is recognizing that emotions, how we feel in the moment, is the fuel that drives our behavior. I don't know if you guys remember in one of the models that I have. Let me just see if I can pull that up here. Makes me log in. Let's see here. Give me a sec here. Wait, it's making me log in and to all the things. And let's see here. All right, there we go. Loading. Cool. All right. Here. All right, here we go. Here is the model. Let me see if I can figure out how to share the right screen without sharing everything. Okay, so this model, some of you guys have seen before. If you haven't, this is what's always in the back of my mind. So it's good to revisit from time to time. But we're generally talking about, well, we're talking about a different, kind of a different levels, right? We want results. The reason we want results is because we think that having those results is going to make us feel a certain way. The reality is we can feel however we want, anytime we want. But we want results because we're here on this freaking planet. Like, why not have some really amazing things in this life? Like, it's that what part of what makes life fun is having great results. So whether it's with business or relationship or health or whatever it is, we want certain results. Results come from our actions. There's a whole metaphysical aspect to it as well, but overall, do the right things, and you will get the results. Like since I got back from my trip to India, where I put on weight, I just got fat, and I was like, "Fuck that shit! I'm sick of that." Like all the Arabic dessert buffets and the Indian food and the breads and all that shit. It was like, ugh. So I was like, okay, I started working out consistently, and my wife suggested that we do 16/8 fasting every day for the rest of the year. So I was like, all right, I'm up for that. I've done intermittent fasting in the past. And so since doing that, I do upper body weightlifting one day, legs the next day, and Popeye the third day. And I work out 7 days almost every week. There's like when I flew to Copenhagen and skipped a day after sleeping on the plane and whatnot. But generally, work out every morning, 16/8. And I was just on the scale this morning. I'm down 2.5 pounds of fat and up 2.5 pounds of muscle, which is what we want to see, right? So it's like you do the actions. For me, 16/8 fasting and working out every morning, and you get the results. Then it's just a matter of like, how aggressive do you want to be, how much time, but you do the thing, you get the result. But the thing that's driving the actions is our thoughts and our feelings. And so now what we want to talk about is the feelings as fuel for your actions, right? The feeling of excitement or passion or hunger or desire or joy or happiness or anger and fear or whatever, like those are all fuel for us acting, right? If you're super scared about something, like, fuck, I get it, that might make you take action versus, or if you're just like super excited about some possibility, that could get you to take action. Yeah. So we want to figure out what are the feelings that you want to feel consistently that are going to get you to take the actions that you need to take so that you create the outcome that you want, so you achieve your 2025 goals. What are the feelings that you must feel, that you have to feel on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, in order for you to achieve the goals? So that's the question. I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes to think about or feel into what are the feelings that you feel like you have to feel on a consistent basis so that you can achieve all 4 of those goals. Go. You have to feel passion, joy, love, excitement, courage, faith, maybe. A sense of boldness, aggression, certainty. Playfulness, excitement, connection. What what are the feelings that you could feel on a daily basis that would get you to take the actions you need to take in the best possible way? On gratitude. All right. What do you guys come up with? What are the feelings that you have to feel on a consistent basis, on a daily basis to achieve your goals? Let me hear. Who wants to go first? Sharing.
I can try.
Mhm. Yeah.
I need to feel confidence,
Mhm.
satisfaction, connection to the project and the people who I want to work with, and excitement.
Yeah. Cool. It sounds like a good cocktail.
Yeah,
Like mixing the perfect ingredients. Yeah.
looking
Cool.
forward to it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Who else? Aaron. Do I call you Aaron May or Aaron?
Yes, either is fine.
Okay.
There's often in my social circles many errands. So when there are
Mhm.
multiple errands, then I'm Erin May. Otherwise, we
Okay.
don't need to.
All right. And is KS for Kansas or yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. What do you want to feel? What do you have to feel on a daily
This
basis?
one really stumped me because when I started to think about the feelings that cause me to take action, I realized that a lot of times I get overwhelmed by feelings and then I either fall into paralysis
Mm-hmm.
if they are sort of what I might put in the column of like negative emotion, or
Mm-hmm.
avoidance because I'm so like full of all of the like big happy feelings that then I'm like, well, I don't want to hunker down and do work now. Like
Mm-hmm.
and so the only one that came to my mind is like actually causing action is pressure. And then I was like, oh, I don't think I want to live my life feeling like I'm in a pressure cooker. But also, that's the one that I know actually makes action happen. So now I'm like, well, I have work to do on this question. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What a great insight, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. What are those negative emotions that typically get you into overwhelm and paralysis?
Um, if I feel like confused or perplexed or I don't know how to do the thing, that's one of them. If I feel like there's too many different kinds of tasks to do or too many different kinds of projects on my plate at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or if I feel like um because I'm creating for other people, if I'm getting like negative feedback or I'm feeling pushback or I'm feeling sort of negativity from people that I'm working with, then that overwhelms me,
Mhm.
the paralysis feeling.
Got it. So that's very interesting. So who else here sometimes are working on stuff that you don't know how to do? Anyone? Yeah, right. So being confused is a really good thing. Being confused is an amazing thing because it means there's an opening in your mind for something new to arrive. Yeah. And the whole job here of a business owner, entrepreneur, is to do shit we have no idea how to do. Like that's how it is, every day. Because once you figure out how to do it, you hire someone to do it, and then you go figure out the next thing that you don't know how to do. So yeah, it might be something to get really comfortable with actually enjoying feeling those feelings. So could you find a place where you can like in you where you could actually enjoy feeling confused and not knowing what to do and all these different things where it becomes like a get to like, oh, how exciting. Like, look at all that.
Yes, I can imagine myself increasing my capacity for that. And
Yeah.
actually my husband totally thrives on like there's a bunch of problems to solve. He's just in
Mm-hmm.
his absolute happy place when there's a bunch of
Yeah.
problems he doesn't know how to solve. And I'm like, too many
Yeah.
problems I don't know how to solve. Um,
And that's a very masculine thing too, right? The masculine solves problems, and that's how we advance in the world, is like by solving problems we get to the next level, we get to solve bigger problems. That's how the masculine operates. um so yeah, just acknowledging that, but holding a little bit more space for that place. It's what I'm hearing is also like there's some fear underneath, right? That if I don't figure this out, or I don't know what to do, or people don't like what I'm creating, like that means something.
I start trying to do it and I didn't figure it out right the first time and then things fall apart. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
and sometimes I can
Yeah.
do it afraid and sometimes I just stop doing things.
Yeah. So we don't have time to go into this right now, but that's definitely something that we can look at next week or whenever is a good time for you, because there's a lot of gems in there. There's a lot of gold there to dig into. Um, for the time being, um, are there other areas of your life where you're acting not out of pressure, but out of some positive emotion?
I think social connection, like if I'm doing the thing with someone, then
Mm-hmm.
I will show up with energy to do it, even if it would normally be a thing that I avoid or feel paralysis
Mm-hmm.
around.
Yeah. So doing things with and for others.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so the feeling there
And
is
honestly, the
connection.
way I've like tricked myself into doing hard things is finding someone else to show up and do it with me.
Yeah. I mean, that works. That's great. That works. Something that's really worked for me is imagining, adult me taking little boy me by the hand. And then we're like, we're going to do this together and we're going to make it fun. Because the part of us that panic is usually the little child. And so when we're letting that part of ourselves be in charge, it's not a good recipe for business or relationship or health or really anything. So we got to be the adult, but acknowledge that young part of us is still there and is welcome, is not excluded. It's welcome, it's invited in, and like, hey, mom has to go, we have to go to the store and shop right now. We got to sit and write this email. Like, and then when we're done, we can go play, we can do something fun, or like, I actually would love your input on this. Like my mom, when I was a kid, my mom would take me, she was a computer programmer, and she would take me to like work and like sit me at one of these massive ass mainframe machines. This was back in the 70s. And like she would bring me there, and I thought it was like the funnest thing in the world. It was like playtime. And I remember the one time where I accidentally typed something on the, she would let me like type on the computer, like, and then I deleted fucking everything. She was like, oops, that was not so great, but she was pretty chill about it. So like using that metaphor of bringing your little girl with you to work and just find ways to make it fun. Yeah. Sweet. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Who else? Mike and Sophie, what came up for you?
Presence, anger, belief, connection, passion, groundedness, strength, enthusiasm, and industriousness.
Holy shit, I couldn't write all that down, but yes. How does that feel to have that clarity?
Uh, yeah, yeah, great. I mean, like it's it's interesting to look at because it feels complete to me. That was what was fascinating. Is I'm like, oh, I think it's those things. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a nice reminder. Anger was the one that was interesting. That came from our conversation last week, and I did kind of move that up in my reviewing goals just to remind myself, hey, there's a lot of shit that I'm sick of that's got to stop, and I like staying in touch with that on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And so now you can like write those down, have them on a piece of paper, on your desk or on your wall or next to your monitor or whatever, and you can be like, okay, remind yourself to step into those feelings as you do the thing, because we can always summon the feelings that we want. We have that power to summon the feelings that we want. It's like, okay, this is the energy that I want to operate from today. This is the one that's going to be most helpful. And then we're like, okay, let's do it. Put on some music, move your body, do whatever you got to do to get that to that place. Cool. Love it. Thank you, Michael. What about you, Anne-Sophie?
The first thing was I have to feel rested.
Yes.
And then I wrote loved and appreciated, which is like a theme that's keep coming up. And then I was actually a bit surprised because
you go ahead.
Yeah, the next thing I wrote was safe, and I'm not sure where that came from.
Yeah. Well, maybe it comes from you being a woman.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Both Allison and Tony Robbins, Allison Armstrong, you just use her first names, Allison Armstrong, who I've been deep diving on relationship with, and Tony Robbins as well, does this exercise. Well, they'll ask, like Tony just did it at Date with Destiny. So they ask the room, there's like 2,500 people there. He'll ask the men like to raise your hand if you felt scared for your life in the past month or something, and there's like few hands, and then like past 6 months, year, 2 years, like it's not a lot of hands. And then ask the women, have you been scared for your life in the past week, day, month, whatever, and like basically all the hands are up. It's just a fact of life for women to be concerned for safety. It's just an ever-present factor that is not really the case for us guys. And so safety, it's normal for safety to be a really top concern for a woman. It just is. You're physically weaker and smaller than men. You know that you have something that a lot of men want. Like it's just instinctual in us to be concerned for safety. So it's like in relationship, the number one job of a man is to make sure his woman feels safe. Because if she doesn't feel safe, nothing else matters. And so, yeah, I think it's a very beautiful thing to be aware of. And it's something that you can ask your husband for as well. Hey, I know like maybe your mom didn't teach you how to find that sense of safety inside of you. And so just be honest and be like, this is something that I'm not sure. I've never really learned how to give myself that feeling of safety. And I'd like your help in making me feel safe, because it's so important for everything in life, for your relationship, for you as a parent, for your health, for your business, everything. You know. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing. It's just honor that need is real. And it doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you're alive and you're a woman. Men need to feel safe as well. It's just not as much of a concern because it's more like we don't feel that threatened, yeah? Yeah.
No, I think it's an area where I've definitely just been forcing myself to cross a lot of lines that I maybe I shouldn't have because of my past and a lot of family stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it's a beautiful gift to give your husband as well, to ask for his help in making you feel safe. Because if there's one thing that we men want to do, it is to provide and protect our woman, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it gives him purpose too, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable in that way and say, hey, I would like your help here.
Mm.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of unknowns around how to create safety within our technology communities too.
Say more.
Like, you want to share honestly, you want to like promote your business, but also do you include your address or your phone number? And do you, if you become more visible in the tech space, then are you creating potential for less safety in your physical existence? And I don't think anyone knows how to navigate that, and we're all trying to figure it out like in real time.
Yeah. Totally get it. Yeah.
So I think a part of all of the stuckness for me is also this sense of like, how much do you make public and how much do you hold back, and how much, and part of that I think is around safety.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have the answer to that, but yeah, I totally see that that's a real concern. We did a podcast on my team with Beth, my chief of staff, and myself on politics for a bit, until I decided that's not where I want my focus to be right now. But like, she got some nasty comments from some idiots on the internet after that, and it was definitely like a holy shit like kind of moment. And was like, okay, what name do I put here? Like, it's, and like she lives in the middle of bumfuck somewhere in Ohio, and like, what is she like, you know, how visible does she want that to be, you know? And I get it, it's a real concern. And she was like very brave around it. She was like, yeah, I'm not going to let some fucking idiot on the internet stop me, right? There's always going to be assholes and idiots all over the place, and I'm not going to let them silence me. But it's definitely a big question. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. All right. We got 5 minutes. So I want to do an exercise with you guys, which is, I want you to pick one of the feelings that you came up with that's important for you to feel, and then let's anchor it in to our body. So pick one, and then get up out of your chairs and stand up. And then we're going to do find a movement, some sort of body movement, like whatever, or it can be soft, hard, intense, whatever feels right for you as an anchor, as a movement that goes along with this feeling. And then what I want you to say is, I am, and then the feeling. So for me, one of my core feelings is courage. So I'd be like, I am courage. I am courage, because it's my heart, and courage is about heart, cœur, French. But whatever it is for you, and it might seem a little bit weird to say I am courage, but what we're doing is we're wiring the brain, because language is so important. When you say whatever you say I am about becomes, and you do it with enough intensity, you use your voice and you use your body and you get into the feeling, that's going to wire in your nervous system as a part of your identity, that this feeling is part of your identity. So you can do this at home. I know you're already at home, but you can do this after the call with the other core feelings. So the next part of the exercise, basically pick 4, 3, 4, doesn't 5, whatever, but pick like 3 to 5 that are the ones that you're going to be your go-tos going forward, and do this with each one of them. And this is a good practice to do every day to really wire it in your nervous system. Yeah. So pick one right now, and I'm going to silence myself, and we can always do this together. I am, and then just go whatever your feeling is. All right. Whatever it is, and pick some body movement. Go. I am. I am. I am. I'm going to do it real for real now. Silence myself. And you can play around with saying it in different ways. So like I could go, I am courage. I could also go, I am courage. Or I could go, I am courage. So you can play with different energies. It's good to mix it up. It's going to hit your nervous system different ways, but that's the jam. That's the game. Yeah. I am whatever it is. And when you're out walking, when you're exercising, when you're doing whatever the fuck, cleaning the house, whatever you're doing, cooking food, you can do this while you're doing the thing. Obviously, if your hands are busy, you might not use your hands so much, or whatever. You adapt the movement to what you're doing, but build this into your routine and use the net trick, the no extra time. So you're doing it while you're doing something else. I have incantations that I say while I'm exercising, or I'll be doing it while I'm out walking or whatever. Build it into your routine so you get it wired into your nervous system. This shit really fucking works. And it brings it just makes it so that feeling is available to you whenever you want. And safety is a feeling that you like. Safety ultimately is an emotional state. Yeah. And so that too is something that we can wire in our nervous system to feel safe, because ultimately we are safe, because we're all part of life, and no matter what happens, we're going to be okay. As Byron Katie says, apart from what you're thinking and believing, are you okay? Yes, you are. So that too is an emotion. So there's layers to this, right? So ultimately, safety is a feeling inside. Now, in relationship, we can ask for support, because that's why we're fucking here. In relationships, to support each other. And that's why we're on this planet as human beings, is to have fun and play with other human beings and support each other. So yes, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Let me hear from every one of you. What's one thing that you take with you from this? What's one thing that's like stands out for you that you're going to take with you from the conversation today? Go. Aaron, you go first.
I'm gonna really pay attention to the emotions that activate me.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Thank you. What about you, Steffi?
Yeah, I guess it's the overall feeling that I'm taking with me in 2025. That going to beer me, or how to say, that's going to get me in flow.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine like if we're like all year long, we're just like, oh, sad and depressed. I don't know. Like that's not gonna get you where you want to go, right? We need good fuel. Like you can't feed like, I don't know, a tractor or a truck, like shitty fuel. It's not gonna drive very well, or like a horse or whatever, give it terrible food is not gonna work well. Yeah. So emotions are the fuel that drive our behavior. Sweet. And Sophie, what about you?
I think the main thing is that I need to go back to put more structure into my calendar and like, yeah, so like put those little bits of time for work and time for doing other stuff and time for sleep. And yeah, so I used to do that. I don't know why I stopped, but it's definitely bad for me not doing it. So I'll go back to do that.
That's beautiful. I love that. And you know what? That's exactly the masculine honoring the feminine in you, right? Leaning on the masculine to create the structures, the rituals, the systems, whatever you need, so that the feminine side of you can really flourish. It's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Michael?
I'm practicing feeling the feelings I want to feel beyond the visualizations. I feel like is a piece to add back and integrate.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, you guys, thank you so much. It's always my favorite part of the week when I get to hang out with you guys. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side. I forget if we're meeting between Christmas and New Year, but whether we are or not, I'm looking forward to seeing you whenever I see you guys next.
I think it's January 3rd or something like that. So
all right, I'll see you guys in the new year. Yay, happy New Year and
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thanks for now.
Thank you.
People. Bye.
Bye.